Because from what I was told from insiders, they was telling me that they've been preparing to lose for months. Robert F. Kennedy don't be talking no nonsense. No, you can't show me where he be talking nonsense. I interviewed the man. He ain't say no nonsense to me. That man be talking straight facts. You know what I'm saying? If they win and he implement Maha, I'm excited about the Maha. Make America healthy again because there's a lot of big backs that don't need more snacks. No, I'm serious. People been telling me in the campaign trail. I just didn't want to tell y'all. I ain't feel like it was my business and my place to share that kind of news. Because I know a lot of people was excited. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to remain unbiased. But now that the market's closed, now that the polls is closed, I say whatever I want to. Now that the polls is closed, I can't affect it. I ain't even trying to. Listen. And then I'm going to tell you what, man. They tried to make me the ops before it even got started. They had Stephen A. Smith, Joe Budden, and me on a cover talking about right-wing black podcasters is pushing white-wing extremists bullshit. Like, y'all messing, how y'all gonna turn this to the opposite? This ain't even started yet. Like, y'all messing up. So you gonna make the most popular voices to black men in black America the target of a hit piece by the Democrats before it even gets started. Y'all try to make us the enemy and the ops. And if y'all lose, all of them was those plays that y'all did. They say gold is up 2,800. Oh man, I love me some gold. They had all these. I posted. It was on MSNBC. I ain't worrying about RFK voice, man. He ain't got to goddamn say a poem. You know what I'm saying? He can go up there sounding like Oscar the Grouch. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to recite a poem. He just got to do a good job. You feel me? But here's the thing. I had 2 political candidates on my show. Right? And I had 1 international political candidate on my show. But 2, we had Dr. Cornel West and we had Robert F. Kennedy. Right? So I did my part in the political cycle, in this political election. More than 99% of the people, 99.9%, because my podcast is in the top 0.01% in the world. So the Democrats was invited to come on the show. I actually had 1 Democratic congressman that was supposed to come on the show, and his strategist told him last minute, don't go on there. It's too radical. Guess what? He lost. I'm trying to understand, do y'all prepare to win or lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, and this brother had the AIPAC spend more money against him than any other candidate in history. And he didn't want to do nothing radical. I'm like, bro, they spending all of these millions to get you out. And, all right, okay, you don't think that's a story that you should come on my show and tell? Black people care about stuff like that. When we got a common enemy, we turn up. But it is what it is, man, you know. And I won't be saved. Don't save them. That's what they say, right? That's what the old philosophers say. The old African proverbs. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. I understand. But in 2025, things are going to get a little critical for everybody. And what I'm hoping is that black people have the ability to be able to come together, right? Black men and women, black men specifically being able to organize with each other, right? And I think it can put us in a very powerful position. But I do think that there's going to be more culture wars that's going to proceed. And I think that we have to be very careful about what we do and what we say, you know, and how we move, right? I don't think there needs to be any fear mongering, right? But I think that the courageous amongst us need to come together. It's a very critical time, you know. And you have to understand, man, when you put people in a position where they feel like they got nothing to lose, they're going to respond and act like it. And I think that that's what you've seen. People responding and acting like it. I think that what you've seen in a lot of different ways is for the Democratic Party is a dissatisfaction in black people with the party to where, yes, there was a lot of apathy, which is why there probably was a lot of low voter turnout, that the same taxes just can't and won't work ever again moving forward. And I think these next 4 years, next year is going to be a crazy year. Cosmically, it's a whole different kind of cycle that's about to hit. It's going to be a max peak. And so you have to pay attention to the writing on the wall, and you have to join communities, and people have to be in group thinking, and we have to be an organization. Otherwise, ain't no future for you. But I'm excited, though. I think we do very well under pressure. I do. I think there's no reason to fret, no reason to be afraid. I think take these times very seriously, because the unraveling of America will continue, but we all we got, baby. So lock in with individuals like myself. Lock in with other people that's doing things that have been historically under-resourced and underfunded, and we can no longer ignore it, because we've seen the tactics of all other black men in America. Y'all seen it during this election. You see how they turned out. You seen the most that they're willing to do in a revolutionary manner. This was the most revolutionary thing most of these men have ever done. So once we see everything exhausted, then what? We might don't even talk about the vote. Nah, let's talk about something real. So I think you have to let people go through their processes. You have to let people expend their resources. You have to let people tactically die out with the strategies that they're utilizing, and let them realize that it's a completely new time. My brother Wall Street Trapper just bought a 50,000 square foot building, 4.2 acres or something like that, for $5.5 million, called the Freedom Center in Atlanta, to teach black people about wealth and produce blueprints. I remember back in the day, man, the ideas about us doing things like this was almost unheard of. Like a black man to do something like that. Like I helped start this financial literacy movement, right? Because there wasn't financial education being passed down from older generations to my generation. So if we didn't see it, then it wouldn't happen. So to see these things happen by us, man, it's so beautiful. And it's going to require more of us to get involved in these things. Yeah, I feel sorry for the people of Palestine, because Donald Trump is definitely a Zionist. He's their biggest supporter. He said that a lot. And I know for a fact that if we do not get behind the real voices and support, because I know a lot of people are going to be feeling discouraged, but don't be discouraged. Every Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said every knock is a boost. Meaning they try to knock you down and they really boost you up. So now you just look forward to the best way to move forward.